All right. Are we ready for some announcements, my friend?
Yeah, you said there's not a whole lot.
No, we got less than 30 to cover tonight.
Okay.
And we're starting with an odd one. Sony Pictures Classics is releasing The Miracle Club on Blu-ray on November 7th. This is an awful cover for this, but it looks like a film that's from the late 90s for some reason, coming out with a 2023 poster done in the most bland way. Laura Linney, Kathy Bates, Maggie Smith, all starring in this brand new 2023 film. This is coming with no special features, it looks like. Yeah.
Sibby thinks Kathy Bates is hot.
I mean, Kathy Bates wasn't always awful. I get that.
I think he means now.
Okay, that's cool. Cool.
What makes something a Sony Pictures Classics? I mean, I know they don't do slips or anything like that with those Sony Picture Classics.
It is a very specific line. They give it to their more like prestige type of titles.
I got one called Smashed. It's a film about addiction, and it's on there. Very under the radar movie.
It is essentially their version of like the Criterion type of titles.
Nice.
Brandon, hello everyone. Carrie says the Miracle Club was so mind-numbing. That makes sense. When Maggie Smith gets that Vin Diesel floating head status, yeah, that's a win. Yeah, decent cast, but no thanks here. Let's go to the next one. This one genuinely looks like it's supposed to be pretty good, and I've heard a lot of really good reviews. Bring It On, Cheer or Die is coming out next Tuesday, and I love that we can see Bob on here commenting, great, now I can finally have them all.
Yes.
Bring It On, Cheer or Die coming on Blu-ray.
Did I not message you that day? I sent you a voice message.
Yep.
I was like, I literally have them all, except I'm missing a slip cover for one of them, so I got to find the slip. But I literally will collect. They're all on Blu-ray now. This was the only one not on Blu-ray.
So supposedly this is pretty good. My question though is if they're going to release this, I wish somebody would put out My Super Psycho Sweet 16 and all of the sequels on Blu-ray. We desperately need all of them. For those that have never seen it, it is worth it. Nearly impossible to find. I think they came out on DVD, but you can only find those on eBay like a couple times a year. It's crazy. I need those. Just speaking it out into the ether. Somebody listen, put out My Super Psycho Sweet 16. I feel like Bob would love those.
Yeah, and this one I will not be buying day one though. I'm assuming it's not going to come with a slip. Who knows? But not for $22.99. I'm not going to pay for that.
That's probably a good idea. This one will be like a $10 bin just a couple days later, it feels like.
Yeah, I'm not jumping on that. Not for that price.
Then Shout Studios is hosting their Shocktober sale right now. Goes until tomorrow, so get in there if you want it. Honestly, not a ton of great prices. They have some stuff that is decently priced. I know that there were like the Happy Death Day bundle with the pins was for sale for a surprisingly good price. But other than that, nothing that made me go, dang, everybody needs to buy these at this price. Because for the most part, a lot of the Shout stuff you can get at these sale prices that they're offering it the rest of the year at other places.
So I spent, are you ready for this?
Go for it.
$540 on the Kino sale.
What?
I spent like 180 or 170 on the Arrow sale, and then I spent like $350 or 400 on that Scream Factory sale.
Did you just like get hit by a mail truck last week or something? And
no, I just
the settlement just came in.
No, I anytime I miss out these sales, they get me. Slip covers, right? People were like, "Why'd you buy that many movies from Kino Lorber?" I was like, "Cardboard, man, cardboard."
I don't get it, but all right.
I'm taking a trip, as you know, in a week.
Yeah.
I'm leaving for Pennsylvania. I'm going to be checking out a store called Ides Entertainment, and then I'm going to be going to Bull Moose in Massachusetts, and then after that, I'm checking out the Archive on the Sunday.
Ooh, so you needed all that money, and now you don't have any of it.
Yeah, I've been putting aside. I've been working my ass off. That's why I've been working like a madman. But very excited about the Archive. I've heard great things about that store. So,
Wave says, Bob, keeping Shout Factory and Kino open single-handedly.
I hardly ever buy from Screen Factory unless it's a sale. Kino Lorber, on the other hand, yeah, I go crazy with their sales because Kino are real sales. They're $10 titles with the slip. Like, and then $5 for like all their Scorpion titles are usually like $5, $6, $7. So
I think if somebody was doing a drinking game tonight of how many times Bob says the word slip, we're gonna have to send somebody to the hospital.
The one in Connecticut, yes, to be. Yes, Bull Moose in Keene, New Hampshire is the best one. So I'm going to the one in Salem, New Hampshire. And yes, I will be going. Tim said I forgot to mention. Yes, Tim has a couple slip covers that I need, so I'm going over there to grab some slip covers.
Nice.
That's not the only reason why, though. Let me be clear before Tim gets mad. But yes,
that's the only reason you're on the list.
It is very exciting because Tim is one of many people that will be meeting at Bull Moose on that Saturday. We're getting like a group of 20 people from YouTube, and we're all going to be hanging out at Bull Moose. And then I got an Airbnb booked with Tim and 8 others, Dave Durant, a bunch of others. So it's going to be a good time. Looking forward to it. The archive is spectacular.
My mom says she's grabbing the vodka now. You're going to kill my mother.
I'm sorry.
Love it. Yeah, so that's the Shocktober sale. Get in there now if you want, because it is over tomorrow. The next Shocktober, because everybody has to use that title, Arrow Video is running their Shocktober sale, and that is running all the way up to November 1st. So wait until your next paycheck hits because you spent $540 on Kino, and then maybe you can shop.
This sale's running until November 1st?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was ending the 13th, so that's why I pulled the trigger. I would have waited until after the damn trip. What the fuck? I wish I would have known. That pisses me off. But there is some more stuff that I didn't pull the trigger on that I might get now. That arrow into the video store pisses me off, though, because it seemed like it was gone for good. And
it's just the standard edition. It's not the limited edition.
Oh, that's just the standard edition?
Yeah.
So what is like the box?
It's not going to have the art cards and the bonus little rental card that came with it and the posters and all that stuff. Okay. It'll have a similar box and the movies, but it's still just a standard.
Okay, gotcha. So you still get the box though.
We don't know what it's necessarily, if it's going to be the exact same box, because it might be thinner cardboard. That's normally what they do for the standards.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because I paid $100 on Grindhouse Video once it went out of print.
Ouch.
Yeah. I didn't miss out on it. And then I paid $180 for the opened Bruce Lee set that's smashed. I'm not happy with Arrow Video right now. I already expressed my displeasure for that.
Let's go to Synapse then, because I know you love them.
Yes.
January 16th on 4K, they are releasing Blood Feast, but not that one. They're releasing Blood Feast from 2016. And I have not heard great things about this movie. I believe this is a remake of sorts of the original, and this is going to be the original uncut version of the film, available for the first time in the U.S. It's going to have a promo teaser and a trailer making of, music video, some premiere scare cam footage, but that's it. 4K from Synapse for Blood Feast.
I will pick it up because I buy basically every 4K from a boutique label at this point, but especially Synapse Films. So I'll pick it up. I'll blind buy it. I'll check it out. Could be terrible, whatever.
So ZPAM, talking about the video store set, says it's smaller cases for the movies, no outer slip, like one side of the box is just open to see the movies. So yeah, that's very different.
Yeah, I was basically though with the picture, I was like really upset at first. I was like, "Are you kidding me? I paid $100 for that." So I don't feel so bad now because I told Tim too, because him and I both paid out of print prices for it. So
well, and the big thing is it's listed as a pre-order, so we knew it wasn't going to be the same exact thing.
Okay. Yeah, I don't feel so bad now. That's good. And then the Bruce Lee set, though, it's still in stock, isn't it?
No. God, no.
That's gone for good now?
Oh, yeah, for a long time now.
The red one?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess my smashed up one is going to have to do.
All right. This is an interesting one. Coming on February 20th on Blu-ray from Filmmasters is The Swiss Conspiracy from 1976. A former U.S. Justice Department official is hired as a security consultant for a Zurich-based Swiss bank when 5 of its clients are blackmailed. This will have a full-length commentary by Robert Kelly and Daniel Budnick, and then a visual essay called A Three-Dimensional Filmmaker by some Will Dodson and Ryan Verrill. Bob, you're here for the first title I get to announce with my name on it.
Nice.
So
Explain.
yeah,
Do some more deep dive.
Dr. Will Dodson and myself have completed the visual essay for this called A Three-Dimensional Filmmaker. This is a good release. I think people should check this out, and not just because my name's on it. This is a surprisingly good one that people are going to love. Not to mention, it's Filmmasters, and they do incredible work on every single one of their releases. There's also going to be a new featurette on here by Ballyhoo Motion Pictures, and the original restored trailer, some liner notes, and a full-color booklet. And it's going to be a good release.
I've never heard of Filmmasters.
I've got an interview with them up on the channel. I had Phil and Crystal on here, and yeah, it's a good company that puts out some good cheesy stuff from like the 40, 50, 60s, and you'd probably enjoy some of the titles.
Nice.
Does the Swiss conspiracy concern cheese? No, cheese concerns the Swiss. Wait, that was a weird way to turn that around. Yes, there's one of those professors is obsessed with Jess Franco. Thanks, John. I appreciate you, buddy. Let's go to the next one. The Exorcist Believer, which has been the talk of the frickin' world over this last week.
Well, it's getting 2 releases. Speaking of exclusives,
it's getting 3. Let's talk about them real quick, because we've got the Best Buy exclusive 4K Steelbook. This is coming soon. And then we also got I don't think this release date's going to hold. It says March 31st, but it's a 4K Steelbook in the UK that's coming with a bunch of extra stuff on here. And
you guys all do those like Violent Night, Megan. We don't get any of that stuff.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
now that Zavi doesn't ship out here, it's a little disappointing.
Yeah, and they had said that they were gonna change that, but they haven't yet. I don't know what's going on. The other big one, Walmart is doing a different art of an exclusive 4K Steelbook for Exorcist Believer. Now, I know that there are a lot of people that hate this, and I feel like they hate it because the word exorcist is attached to it. This movie, from what I've heard from people that I actually trust, it's pretty dang good. It's a little messy, but it's a legacy sequel. It wasn't going to be super clean. I am dying to see this. I really wish I could have got in there in the last week, but I've had one of the busiest weeks of my life and have not been able to do that yet. Have you been able to see this one yet?
I trust Sibby, and he said it sucks. He said it's a big steaming pile of dog shit, I believe.
There are quite a few in the chat that have messaged me and said that it's pretty dang good.
Well, I trust Sibner.
That's fine. Sibner trusts me. So
no, in all seriousness, I hate Danny McBride with a passion. He's like the only person that I actually hate, and he's attached to that, and anything he touches turns to shit. So
wow, that I've not heard like a more unhinged statement in a long time.
I fucking hate Danny McBride, man. I hate Danny McBride. Always have. And I thought like the Halloween trilogy wasn't good. And so I have my concerns with this. I was not a fan of the Halloween trilogy, especially Ends. So yeah.
Well, I disagree there as well. So we'll see.
Oh, you like the Halloween trilogy?
I don't think it's bad.
Okay.
I think the first one is a genuinely great film. I think all 3 are better than most of the Halloween sequels.
Who is Danny? Is Danny a cool guy?
Danny, what do you mean?
Danny reminds me of Bob.
Are you just talking about Danny McBride, probably?
Oh, Danny. Oh, God. No.
What's going on, dude?
I don't like Danny McBride. Jumping in late to the chat. What's up, dude?
All right. That's enough of The Exorcist. Let's go to a great movie. Young Guns from 1988 is coming out on 4K on December 5th. Have you seen this one?
No, I haven't. I actually never have. I have like a Walmart exclusive slip of it, but I'll definitely be picking up the Steelbook, and it's beautiful, and it comes with art cards as well, which I don't really care about art cards, but it's cool to see Lionsgate doing some art cards. I know they did with Kick-Ass.
That's right.
I'm trying to think if there was any others recently, but it's cool to see them doing something like
I
that.
thought
So.
the Steelbook was next. Okay, so we'll talk about the Steelbook in just a minute. The Steelbook is surprisingly nice looking.
Yeah, beautiful. I just love Lionsgate, like the way they put the slips over them. Those plastic slips, they do come like cracked on the corners a lot, but I do enjoy the plastic slips.
So for those that have not seen it, the movie itself, remarkable. It's really good. Personally, the sequel's a little bit better, and I really wish, for the most part, they have done the sequels together on most releases. Usually, it's a number 1 and 2 combined, double pack, whatever. I wish they'd done that here. I hope they do the same thing and give the sequel a 4K treatment. But man, both of these are really fun and unconventional, and a hell of a cast. I mean, Emilio Estevez, Kiefer Sutherland, Charlie Sheen. You got Lou Diamond Phillips. Like, there's not a lot missing here. This is a really fun story.
I'm looking forward to that one for sure. I'll definitely be checking that one out. I get all Lionsgate's steel books at this point. I think the only one I'm missing is the 2-pack of Evil Dead and then Twilight Saga.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
I got them all except those ones. So, but Twilight Saga is getting some new release, so maybe
getting 4K steelbooks too. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe it'll be cheaper now.
Well, let's discuss some classics getting some sort of underwhelming releases. December 5th, Sandpiper Pictures. Oh, man. Every time I talk about these guys, we are getting Break-In and Break-In to Electric Boogaloo. There's not a lot of details out on these yet, but there's no special features listed at the moment. I would not be surprised to see no special features on these. These are classics that so many people love. Have you seen either of the Break-In films?
No.
I get that. They don't feel like Bob movies. I got to be honest.
No.
Not really.
I don't like, some people don't like when people, I appreciate when people let me know, like, hey, just a heads up, I don't think you'll enjoy this movie because I don't want to waste my time. And
Yeah.
I appreciate that. And the more people get to know you, I feel like, why not tell me I won't enjoy something?
Exactly. And the biggest thing, honestly, I don't love either one of them. I like them for the silliness that they are. But the biggest thing, I'm just glad they're in print because somebody needed to be able to get them. The previous release was gone. They were out of print for a long time. And what is the best way to say this? I don't have a ton of details, but if the stuff that I'm hearing about Sandpiper is true, they have a lot of stuff coming that some people are going to be unhappy with, and it's going to mean a lot of bare bones releases of titles that deserve much better releases. So hopefully they start doing something different, because I would love to see them do some amazing work. But if they're just going to kind of shit out releases, that's going to be what we have to deal with.
Your mom says she went to school with Turbo.
Yeah, my mom supposedly went to school with Turbo and got to watch him break dance at lunch every day. But were they out of print titles originally? I'm not sure what that means. I mean, at some point they were in print.
That's what I'm asking.
Because it's better. Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's not. Of course it's better than nothing. It's it's better than them not being in print, but you know what I mean. Yes, the ones coming down the line, if they're new releases, they're out of print in the location that they're being released, period. And it is a canon movie. Yeah, so a bunch of people are going to want it just for their canon collection if they don't have the old release. Anyways, Sandpiper also releasing Thunder Road from 1958 with Robert Mitchum. This is another one that's been out of print for a long time, getting another release. And then the wildest one, somehow Sandpiper is releasing Blackula, also coming on December 5th. This is another one out of print from Scream Factory. It doesn't have the sequel with it. It's just Blackula. And here we are.
Did the Scream Factory release have the sequel with it?
It sure did.
Mm.
It sure did. And why would Sandpiper release Blackula 2 by itself?
I figured those looked like Twilight. I saw Sibner's comment. Those look like Twilight time releases.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them were Twilight Time, and most of the Twilight Time stuff was bare bones. You're right, Sibner. And by the way, before anybody corrects me, I know the sequel to Blackula is not called Blackula 2. It just sounded hilarious to me. Dead Sea Life says, I wish I went to high school with Blackula. Oh, man, that's hilarious. Next up, another Sony Pictures Classics. They are releasing Shortcomings. This was a film directed by Randall Park that is based on a graphic novel. And I've not seen this, but I've heard this is a freaking amazing movie. I'd be very interested in seeing this. And for those that don't know the name, because I don't know if he's name famous yet, Randall Park is Asian Jim from The Office. He's been in like the WandaVision show, a handful of other great things. He is always hilarious. Completely agree, Terry. If you're going to get Blackula, still go to the overseas double feature release. Ronnie says Sherry Cola is great. You think Randall Park is name famous? That's good. Yeah, he was definitely in Fresh Off the Boat. Yeah. Yes. I forgot about that Blockbuster show. Next up, this one is odd. October 30th, Fabulous Films in the UK is releasing Clangers, the complete series. I've never seen a full episode of this at all, but I've seen clips, and it looks wild. So this says, in the late 60s, with the arrival of color TV, the BBC was keen for something different, modern, and colorful. The Clangers are unique and imaginary creatures who live on a blue planet in space. They were small creatures living in peace and harmony on and inside a small hollow planet far, far away, nourished by blue string pudding and by green soup harvested from the planet's volcanic soup wells by the soup dragon. You got 26 episodes from season 1 and 2, all restored and released through Fabulous Films.
New World Pictures said he's in Totally Killer too. Did you watch Totally Killer? Yeah,
I've not yet. I think that just released this last week. And again,
I
I'm so far behind from this
wasn't
week.
sure if that's your type of thing though. If you
Oh, it is. I'm dying to see it. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, it's the same guy that did what did I just talk about? Happy Death Day.
I was gonna say it's like a mixture of Happy Death Day meets Back to the Future.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
I think it's the same guy that did Happy Death Day.
It's a woman director, I believe.
Oh, is it? Okay, so it's not.
Wait, hold on. It might have been, but it's not the same director as Happy Death Day because that's the same guy that did Freaky, and he didn't do this one.
Oh, it's not him. He just released a movie too. Then I think.
I like Totally Killer. I had fun with it. I enjoyed.
Yeah,
it.
that one looks like a Bob movie for sure.
Yeah, it was fun. It's not like groundbreaking or anything like that, but it's fun.
Of course. Man, I want Jessica Roth from Happy Death Day to be in something.
Person. I don't want to try pronouncing that. Nana Cockton. Nana.
Huh?
No, I'm not even gonna.
Oh, Nanachka Khan.
Okay, yep, that's why I didn't fuck with it. I wasn't gonna try that. I already butchered it, so I hope nobody heard that. Don't rewind.
So Christopher Landon, he directed
Freaky, Happy Death Day. I think
We Have a Ghost is the one that's either just came out or about to come out.
Okay. Yeah, so it was a woman that directed it. I was
right. Yeah, that was my mistake. I was getting it mixed up. Yeah, Jessica Roth is amazing for sure. Yeah, Columbia Classics Volume 4, Brian. I definitely want that one.
Screw you, Holland.
All right, let's go to the next one. We're getting close to the end already, Bob. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
November 7th, Decal is releasing It Lives Inside on a BDR, not getting a pressed Blu-ray at all. This one actually looks like one that you would have seen. Did you see this one?
No, but so I've never been able to completely. Can you give me like the rundown of what exactly a BDR is?
It is literally a burned Blu-ray. So when you get I'll just say it, a bootleg from like a sale site that I don't want to say their name, but if you go and look at some of the bigger Blu-ray bootleg sites, they will literally burn the disc for you and send you the disc. And that is literally what this company is going to do. They're going to burn you a disc and put it in a case that can't use the Blu-ray logo because they are not pressing it.
What is with So this is something I've definitely always been curious about. So you know how Cocaine Bear didn't get a slipcover on their 4K, and
Yes.
people keep saying that it's these like Black Phone was another one. They're calling them. They're not what it. They're saying that these upgrades of certain 4Ks, especially it seems like from Universal, they're calling them something and they don't get slipcovers with them. Like if it's a certain 4K, whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about at all?
Not at all.
Okay. Maybe somebody in the chat knows what the hell I'm talking about because I can't figure out what they call it. But
Second string, non-flagship. Are
mod,
you talking-
mod,
Okay, so
mod.
I don't believe Cocaine Bear is a mod release. Mod is it stands for made on demand. So this is different than a burn disc because made on demand, it's pressed from a lesser pressing plant that doesn't require 1,000 limited pressings. So when you get a mod disc, they press it only when you order it. So the disc itself is made on demand.
So, but it's still a 4K. Is it as good of a transfer?
Yeah, it's the exact same thing.
Okay. But I guess people say if something gets a mod 4K, it's not getting a slipcover.
No, that's Cocaine Bear is not going to be a mod disc from them.
Okay, but I guess stuff that is mod though, people say it never gets a slip.
That's
Maybe
mostly true
okay, gotcha.
because they
How
want it
about
to take the least amount of work as possible.
Promising Young Woman mod?
I don't think any of those ones coming from Universal are going to be a mod.
Gotcha. Yeah, but I never knew what mod was and if it was just as good or if it's like a shitty transfer or something like that.
No,
Or
it has nothing to do with the transfer. It's maybe like a tiny step down on quality wise. Like if a regular 4K disc would last 85 years, the mod one might last 75, something like that. But it's still almost just as good,
gotcha.
genuinely. And some of those are almost higher quality even.
Okay. Make flicks. Make flicks.
Yeah, Warner the Warner Archive DVDs were all made on demand, and then the later Something Weird video DVDs were as well. Makeflix, most of their stuff is made on demand. Yeah, I
So
do
when
believe.
something's a mod, that's not a bad thing though.
Nope.
Okay, gotcha.
The only time that it's going to be a for sure lesser quality is like on this release when at the top of the Blu-ray case it says Blu-ray disc. That's because it is a burned disc and it's not allowed to use the Blu-ray logo because it's not pressed.
I have one. Let me show you what it is. It seems like okay, so you're telling me this right here is probably the same thing then, a mod.
Absolutely, yeah.
Gotcha.
Not a mod, no, a
Not a
burned
mod, a
disc,
burned disc. My
a
bad.
BDR.
Yep, a BDR. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a few companies doing mods out there right now.
And it's just cheap. It's just a shitty way to go about it, or what?
It's not even really shitty necessarily. It's physical media is mainly a hobby right now, and based on that, they're not guaranteeing that they can even sell 1,000 of something. So to do that, the best way is to say, let's just print these as people order them. And previously, if you were ordering from a manufacturing company overseas, they require you to do it in at least 1,000 run.
Sibner says, "Oh, I see. Flip the disc."
Yep, I've got a video about that on the channel that people can go back and watch. Yeah, if it's black on the backside and it's not silver, that means it is a burned disc.
I still tell you what, though, I appreciate even getting it on physical.
Yeah, of course.
Not at all.
But
But
a lot of the BDRs, they look just fine still.
That looks fine for what it's worth.
Right.
I mean, I don't know, like some people get really particular. When people start complaining about 4Ks, I understand people want the best quality and stuff like that. I grew up with VHS, so even when something doesn't look great on 4K, I'm still happy that I have a 4K of it as opposed to my VHS or something like that. I don't complain about transfers very rarely. I also don't have a setup, so I don't get into the nitty gritty with that because I'm not going to talk about something I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just happy to have it.
The quality question here is never with the content on the disc necessarily for BDRs. It is the actual physical quality of the disc. They are known to fail sooner than a pressed disc.
Okay. Gotcha.
So
studios don't do BDR like a burn disc then, right?
Not the studios that you're thinking of. Universal, Sony, none of those are going to do BDRs. No.
Gotcha.
Not at all.
Sorry to get off topic there, but
no, it's good.
I got to be educated because I don't know what a mod or I didn't know shit about any of that. So
I totally get it. This next one, there is a Kickstarter running right now for House on Haunted Hill 3D from 1959. This is being done by a company that I can only assume is called AI Pop 3D. I don't know how else I would pronounce this. They are doing what they call a stunning limited edition 3D Blu-ray disc project, which sounds like it was written by AI. So I don't necessarily trust a lot of this, but just wanted to throw it out there if you really wanted it. They are adding Emergo 4D technology. The Kickstarter has already reached its goal, so you will get it, but there are stretch goals and all that. Very, very curious about what's happening here. This is a Vincent Price film that a lot of people know and love. And this film was only in, I believe, the Vincent Price box set number 2 from Scream Factory, which is now long out of print. So this is going to be released, coming as part of this Kickstarter, and it's going to bring what they're calling a new dimension of horror that William Castle would be proud of. It's going to be a
only on 3D then?
No, double disc Blu-ray set of an absolute classic that is going to have 2D Blu-ray system capability, 3D modern Blu-ray, and also the red and blue anaglyph 3D. So all 3 ways that you'd want to watch this film, you can do with these discs.
I don't like 3D.
Interesting. I think a lot of people are on your boat.
Yeah, I don't want to wear glasses. I don't. No, thank you. I don't hate it. Some look better than others, but yeah, I've had some cool experiences with 3D.
Sibner says maybe it's supposed to sound like iPop, like 3D, like AI pop. I thought the same thing, and then I thought of AIP, the production studio. So I'm trying to figure out. I don't know if it's AI pop, iPop, AIP op, AIP op. Yeah, lots going on there. Dude says, is anyone still making 3D players? Yes, but nobody's making 3D TVs in the US anymore. They are still being made in the UK, I believe. Brian says, watching this stream on my 3D TV. Love it. What about VR, Bob? How are you with VR?
I've never watched 3D porn or done. I've never tried VR at all.
It's pretty damn fun. We've got a couple games that I've played, and man, it's so weird interacting like that. Paul says, I've got a handful of 3D blues and the tech to watch them. I just never do. And I think that's the case for a lot of people that still have them. But then there's a lot of people that really love it, and they're watching 3D all the damn time.
I don't think many companies still do 3D capability on their TVs, right?
No one in the US does 3D TVs
anymore. Gotcha. Yeah. I think mine's 3D capable. I don't even know anymore. I don't really care because I'm not going to use it.
Right. My 3D TV died, unfortunately. I wish I still had one. Here it is. So this is the Young Guns 4K Steelbook that you can pre-order now. And the cool thing...
That's your slip, right?
The Wanted poster is a slip, and you've got these playing cards on the inside. The Wanted poster is such a cool idea to do, and it looks like a great release. I really, really think I'm going to have to get this one. This is a great movie. And the Blu-ray of Young Guns was notoriously bad. That was the other thing I was going to say earlier. It was known for having a god-awful transfer. The same with Young Guns 2, which is another reason why I want that one.
Somebody said they want to see Young Guns 3 get a Blu-ray release.
I don't even know if I knew there was a Young Guns 3.
I swore, I think earlier somebody said something about Young Guns 3. I swore I saw it earlier in the chat. I was like, I didn't know that existed. I didn't even know. Is there?
No.
There's no Young Guns 3.
No, maybe they were saying they want it greenlit to make it.
Oh, maybe they want a Young Guns 3 made. Okay, gotcha. I don't know. I saw something about Young Guns. Maybe it was Young Guns in 3D. I don't know, but I saw something about Young Guns 3.
Tombstone, that's a big one.
I didn't even know there was a Young Guns 2.
Tombstone's amazing. Kino is releasing the House of the Long Shadows on December 12th. This is going to be an interesting release because this is the same transfer as their 2015 Blu-ray that they did but it's encoded at a higher bit rate, and now it's on a dual-layered BD50 disc, meaning it's got more room to breathe on the disc, so it should look better because the previous one was on a BD25. The bigger deal to me is they added English subtitles to this release. Everything else is fine. Everything's the same. On top of that, though, there is a slipcover on this, so now Bob is going to have to buy it.
Yeah, it's got cool artwork and a cool slipcover, so I'll buy it for $9.99 during a sale.
And honestly, it'll probably last till a sale because a lot of people have the old Blu-ray release,
Dude,
and they're not going to feel a reason to update.
Almost all their Blu-rays last until at least the first sale that they go on sale. The Experts I missed out on, and 52 pickup, and that was like it. That's it, just with the slip. And there's like 50 others that I got, so not bad percentage. I need that cardboard, Ryan.
Sibner is asking, do you think it's going to be Kino's new thing going forward, doing all these coming soon announcements and then dropping them all plus other titles at the end of the year? No, because there's still a ton of titles that they've announced that are still not being dropped that'll be dropped in the next 6 months. There's still tons of stuff that we're waiting on that they've announced already, I promise. They've done this for years. They've announced things as coming soon and then just started working on them. And sometimes they take a couple of years and then they'll release it. So I don't.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good.
As far as Kino goes, though, like they have to put out the most titles by far of any label, right? Hands down.
Yeah, probably.
How do they get the rights or put out as much as they do? I mean, they're putting out a ridiculous amount of titles. I mean, how many over the course of 2023 will they have put out? I mean, it's insane.
They buy in bundles a lot. They'll buy like a studio package where it's got literally like 100 titles. And
they work on that. They must be working on these pretty quick constantly because they are chugging stuff out almost every week. They got something coming out.
No, not almost. Literally every week they have stuff coming out.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. I mean, I don't think many people are complaining, but yeah.
No. But also the big thing is people need to realize Kino is not doing most of they're not doing restorations on most of what they release. A lot of it, they're just acquiring titles. So the studio's already done the restoration. They get the file, basically, the digital file. They get that ready for a disc, and then they hire somebody to do an extra for it, usually a commentary. And that's it. And they author the disc and they send it to press.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. But I know that the one guy I did an interview with, I'm not even going to mention his name, but he talked about how he started putting slipcovers on pre-orders and his sales went up on pre-orders drastically. And you see that. I mean, so many people cancel Scream Factory 4Ks that aren't collector's editions because they don't care because it doesn't have a slip.
Yep. Which is ridiculous because people are not buying them to watch the movies.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, the slipcover is not what you're watching. But at the end of the day, if you are a big slipcover guy and something doesn't have a slip, you don't need it right away because it's not like it's going to go out of print anytime soon necessarily. Especially the Scream Factory, Freaky, Happy Death Day, and all those. They're still in print.
Yes, if they're brand new for sure. Next up, this was a big one this week. December 12th, Neon is releasing Old Boy on 4K. This is coming as a 2-disc limited edition masterpiece, of course, because this movie is incredible. Have you seen Old Boy?
No. Who is this label putting this out, though? I've heard a lot about Old
Neon.
Boy.
They are basically like an A24 competitor.
Oh, okay. It's
they're
American, though?
No, it's American.
Oh, it is American.
It is American.
So you could get this in America.
This is coming from America, yes.
Nice.
I think I said that 3 times, yes. This is an incredible movie, and everyone should watch this and be prepared to be blown away. It's going to have a 68-page case-bound book, 3 new essays by Stephanie Zatrick, David Sims, and Phoebe Chen, 6 gift-wrapped collector cards, and then the discs themselves are going to have the first one's a 4K. It's going to have the original Korean soundtrack with English subtitles, music and effects track, and audio commentary with the director Park Chan-wook, audio commentary with Park Chan-wook and the cinematographer, audio commentary with Park Chan-wook and a bunch of the actors. And then disc 2 is going to have the 2016 feature-length documentary called Old Days. and that is going to be with Park Chan-wook and the autobiography of Old Boy, video diary of the making of Old Boy. There's so much stuff coming on the
How much
second disc.
is this going to cost?
If you go to their site, it's $50. The Amazon pre-order right now is $75.
Yeah, well, they all go down. Yeah,
I'm sure that'll go down. At Bull Moose, it's like $45 right now.
What are do those art cards fit inside the release, or are they not going to fit?
It looks like it based on this picture here in the back.
Okay, gotcha.
But not entirely sure. I mean,
because I don't like. I've gotten stuff from Umbrella, and anytime I get art cards that don't fit inside the release, I'm like, what the fuck do I do with these?
You hang them.
I'm curious what. Yeah, like in a frame or something like that. Again,
that or my big thing is I want a photo album book to keep all of my lobby cards and stuff in.
Oh, that's a pretty cool idea. I like that idea. Yeah, because I'm like, what the hell do I do with these damn things?
That's funny. Carrie Mulligan says hopefully has a Josh Brolin commentary.
So Josh Brolin was in the remake. That's the one
yes.
I'm a little bit more familiar with. Elizabeth Olsen. That's the first.
Did you watch that one?
No, but it's the first
Good,
time I saw her tits, and that's all I pretty much saw about the movie. So I heard she showed her whatever. Shut up, Brian.
You heard and you saw.
I've heard and then I had to watch, and then yeah. So I've seen parts of the movie. Those parts. I'm sorry what's your mom's name? Angel or something? What is it?
It's Angie, but
Angie.
Well, here I mean we got to do this for a moment.
I'm sorry, Angie. I'm sorry.
Oh man, that is hilarious. Sivner says, and now Bob's at a 7. Yeah, my big thing is I have the Arrow 4K. I don't know that it's worth it to get this one for me. I don't think the Arrow 4K has that documentary, but $50 for that? Nah, probably not for me.
Look, at the end of the day, no one can blame you about Elizabeth Olsen. Even Angie understands.
Let's keep going. Kino is releasing another 3D title like we were just talking about. The Man Who Wasn't There from 1983 on 2D and 3D Blu-ray. December 12th. This was announced previously. This is another coming soon, and now we can go over it. This is going to have a new audio commentary by Paul Karup of Canucksploitation.com and film historian Jason Pachonsky. This will include the 2D Blu-ray, the 3D Blu-ray, the polarized Blu-ray, and the anaglyphic if you want red and blue 3D. But also, this will have a red and blue pair of glasses, so you can watch it that way. So you don't have to have a 3D TV. You don't have to have and a slipcover. And it'll be less than $20 on release.
Yeah. No, Kino does really good prices too. Do you like their transfers? Most of them?
Well, it's not their transfers usually. Right. It's usually studios.
Do you like them in general though? Do you feel like most?
I mean, for the most part, for the price I'm paying, I'm not really disappointed with the Kino title ever.
Are you big into transfer? Are you like a transfer Nazi type person?
I wouldn't use the word Nazi. I would say snob, maybe.
Okay, there's a better word. But there are really, really, really like big time snobs as far as transfers go.
Yeah, I'm not going to I believe the word that people use lately, especially on the Blu-ray.com forums, is like pixel creep or pixel pop or something like that. I'm not going to go in and say there's a little bit of Black Crush on this scene and I'm going to complain to Kino because it's awful or anything like that. But I got to admit, bad transfers can ruin the way that you watch a movie. And because of that, I want the best possible thing from every single transfer that I watch. So
I get that because you oftentimes you'll hear about Terminator 2's transfer.
Exactly. And I want the best out of these movies. If I didn't have a good transfer, I almost don't want to watch it. I mean, I've done that with a couple movies. I've literally stopped it and said, I'm going to wait for a new Blu-ray or a 4K because this is not good looking.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Wave says the good transfers from Kino are the 4Ks. The blues are just okay. I mean, yeah, that's not necessarily wrong.
I like this artwork, though.
Yeah, the artwork on here is great. And it'll be on a slip, so Bob will buy it.
Yes, absolutely. I'll actually check this out.
Dead Sea Life, no, I do not like Teen Wolf. I think it is one of the most boring movies ever. Only second to Teen Wolf 2, because Teen Wolf 2 is garbage.
I haven't seen Teen Wolf 2. I've only seen the original, but it was not what I expected. I didn't go into it expecting a comedy, and I got a comedy.
Yeah. This one has been a little odd. This kind of got like soft announced oddly, but The Last Voyage of the Demeter is coming out next Tuesday, and we just got all of the details. There's going to be a commentary on an alternate opening. There's going to be some deleted scenes with commentary. You've got a handful of deleted scenes. It looks like a not like super loaded release, but there's also a feature commentary with the director and the producer. It's a lot more than I expected for this, but now my question is this going to get a 4K?
Well, I was gonna say when you put collector's edition on stuff like this, though, it's really just a selling point, right? I mean, what
Well,
necessarily
what makes it a collector's edition is because it has a ton of special features.
special features, but I mean, I guess I don't know. When I see collector's edition on something and there's nothing else outside of just special features, I feel like
Are you saying you just want a slipcover and that's what you're hoping for?
no, I care less about this movie in general, anyways. I'm not overly excited about it. So
I wanted this to be great, and I know a lot of people said that it was really good until the final act.
yeah, Sivner says you need HDR.
Am I just letting down all kinds of people right now? I'm so sorry.
Wait, you don't like Bubba Hotep?
No, Bubba Hotep is maybe the worst Bruce Campbell movie.
I ordered it for $25 during the Screen Factory sale with the alternate slip and posters.
It's not good.
No, I've heard terrible things. Yeah, it's just fun to poke fun at the damn movie.
Yeah. Terry says Teen Wolf and Bubba Hotep, the crossover we need or the crossover we deserve. Carrie Mulligan says
Sibner actually emailed me and told me that Bubba Hotep was in his top 5 favorite films of all time.
What a terrible choice. Demeter is fun, features the very underrated star of the Nightingale. Wow, I did not know that. Dead to Craig. Jeez.
Friends don't let friends buy Bubba Hotep.
Wow. I'm letting everyone down with that one.
That's hilarious.
Kino Kino is helping their partner label, Metrograph, put out Goodbye Dragon Inn from 2003. And I have heard that this is astonishing. I've never seen this. This is coming with an audio commentary by film critic Phoebe Chen with an introduction by Nick Pinkerton. This is supposed to be great. This very much feels like something that a handful of people would enjoy seeing, that I know exactly. Oh, come on, Ryan. My Name is Bruce is so much more fun than Bubba Hotep.
I think your mom's drunk or getting there with all the mention of slipcovers.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, man, this is hilarious. Not my top 5, Bob, but I do love it. Oh, gosh.
That's funny, though. It does seem like Bubba Hotep, if there's ever been a movie that seems like it's either love it or hate it, there's no in between. It's that movie.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone say, yeah, I thought it was okay.
Oh, Craig, it was fun while it lasted. I'm sorry, buddy. All right, let's get into the talk of the town for the last day at least.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario Brothers is coming on 4K from Umbrella. This is the 1993 Super Mario Brothers, and oh man, are they putting some attention and love into this movie. This is coming first off with some odd choice of art on some of this. They're really leaning into the Goombas. This is having a brand new 4K restoration from the OCN, over 250-page hardback bound book, including a host of production materials, interviews, and artwork. Another over 200-page bound book of scripts, including early drafts, genuine Super Mario Brothers film cell and collectible case, a replica A6 1993 34-page souvenir magazine, classic artwork designed outer rigid slipcase, another slipcase, 8 art cards, 2 reversible posters, Japanese original posters, a sticker sheet, and it's numbered. And this thing is getting 4 audio commentaries. 4 audio commentaries.
Yeah, this is a stacked release, and it's $100 on the dot plus tax and shipping.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, this one is wild.
I'm email or I voice messaged you on Instagram today telling you just how much Umbrella's just been killing it this year as well.
Yep, they really have been. I think that they are. Let's see. Ronnie says really leaning into Goombas is making me laugh. Umbrella is great. I think that they are for the prestige releases, they're doing great, but I think for some of the ones that they're making look like prestige releases, they're charging a little too much. There's some releases that are getting a Blu-ray release and like 4 art cards and a collector's hard box, whatever, and it's $65. And it's like a 7-year-old transfer. That doesn't need to be $65.
That's a good point, Anthony. You get a poster. And you get art cards, it looks like.
Yes. Lots of art cards, lots of posters.
And Scream Factory would tell you that a poster and art cards are worth $100.
Not this month, they didn't. This is a wild release. Again, I have no idea why they got 4 new commentaries. It's crazy. It's a good looking release. I'm sure a lot of people are happy. I don't care enough about it to be like, yeah, let me send them $100. I think it's cool that the work print is now in high definition. That's the biggest thing it has going for it. But honestly, I think this is going to get a 4K release in the States eventually.
All right. He's seriously one of my favorite people to watch in the chat. Him and Holland should create their own show. But yeah, that's hilarious. And it's also accurate.
It's true. For those listening on the podcast, Sivner says this shit would cost $700 if it came from Scream Factory. And it absolutely would. 2 books that are more than 2. Well, let's be honest. 2 books over 200 pages, Scream Factory would never put that out.
No, but like he said, if they did, it would literally be hundreds of dollars. I mean, they put out Pumpkinhead. It still blows my mind. Pumpkinhead, one movie is $159.99 if you want the posters. No alternate slip, by the way, but you get art cards and pins, and it's $159.99. It blew my fucking mind.
Is that the truth? I don't remember that.
I swear to God, where's my phone? Somebody pull it up on Screen Factory's website. Pumpkinhead
I'm already
was
searching.
$159.99, I thought, for art cards and the posters and the pins. Am I right?
It's $139.99.
I was close. That's one movie. And it's not even like you get the steel book with it. You just get art cards and some pins.
Did I rant about this previously? I don't remember that.
Do you want to do a rant about it?
Not really, but oh my God, $140 for a movie. There 5 art cards, or sorry, 5 lobby cards and the pins and a prism sticker. That is crazy.
You know what? I emailed them and they told me the prism sticker is worth $50 by itself. That's where they get the. I'm joking. I'm being sarcastic. But but yeah, it's wild. Well, you need at least one card. Yeah. I would love to hear what Sibner has to say about it.
All right, let's go to the next release from Umbrella, which is Audition. Audition is coming on Blu-ray. This is coming in January, just like Super Mario Brothers. This is going to have a 48-page bound book, custom designed outer rigid slipcase, another slipcase, 8 lobby cards, a reversible poster. It'll be numbered. There'll be a new audio commentary with Aaron McCann and Dominic Pierce, a video essay by Alexandra Heller Nicholas, and then a archival commentary by Tom Mess, and another audio commentary by Takashi Miike and the screenwriter Daisuke Tengen, and a bunch of interviews that are archival. And this is another one that this is kind of what I'm getting at. Like, this is getting a good release from Umbrella, and I'm glad that it's getting released over there. Unfortunately, I don't remember the exact price, but I do think this one is a little bit overpriced.
It's $55, I believe it was.
Right. So to release a Blu-ray that doesn't have a new restoration for $55, and it's got a 48-page bound book, whatever. I don't know, $55 for that feels like a lot when there's been multiple releases of this on Blu-ray already.
Sibby says it'll come from Arrow Video, limited edition 4K eventually.
Yeah, I'm assuming that Arrow will eventually release this on 4K because they did the standard Blu-ray.
Right. And that was an American release, wasn't it? They have the rights to the US, or is it just UK?
Audition.
I mean, it doesn't really matter to me
anymore. I think it's US because I don't see a ratings logo on the side of mine.
Yeah, I could rant about Scream Factory all fucking day.
So yeah, I would imagine this will probably come on 4K eventually.
Yeah, it's available in both.
Finally, from them in January, they're going to do Hammer Volume 2 Collector's Edition, which will have Shadow of the Cat, Night Creatures, and Phantom of the Opera. These are going to have custom art design, 2 double-sided posters, 6 art cards, 16-page booklet, new audio commentary by Alan Jones and Alan Bryce, another new commentary by Kim Newman, and then new Hammer House of Podcast, Shadow of the Cat. Those are all on Shadow of the Cat. Night Creatures is going to have a new commentary. Actually, it looks like all 3 are going to have, or Night Creatures is going to have the same thing as Shadow of the Cat, 2 new commentaries. And then, or I guess the Kim Newman one's not a commentary. I should keep reading instead of saying it's the same. Phantom of the Opera is going to have a new commentary by Jonathan Rigby and Kevin Lyons, and then a new Kim Newman discussing Terrence Fisher. And yeah, looks like a decent release if you don't have those Hammer titles. A lot of Hammer fans already have all 3 of those,
though. Question, I'm going to take you back. Audition, it is similar, at least in a little bit of ways, to Martyrs, I assume?
No,
not at all. Okay.
No.
But if I like Martyrs, I'll like... It sounds like if I like Scream, I'll like Cat People, but...
yeah, I wouldn't equate those at all.
Oh, Martyrs? Okay. But so
yeah.
What is Audition? One of Def Crocodile says it's just torture porn, so he's not into it.
It's he says his opinion gets him yelled at, though. I don't think it's just torture porn. It's an interesting movie. A lot of it was made to showcase gore, and it's Takashi Miike, and so a lot of it's weird and wild.
Well, that sounds like it's right up my alley then.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not up your alley, but I don't think it's anything like Martyrs at all.
Yeah, I would like to get that, but if Arrow would put it out, then I would. If I like Hostel, I'll like Audition.
That's actually much closer than Audition.
I was gonna,
than Martyrs.
I love Hostel, so I'll take the whole Hostel trilogy, to be honest with you.
Yeah. There you go. John says it's a dating drama with a twist.
Nice. I like chick flicks, so John sounds good.
I clicked on the wrong one there. Silent Mandible says it's best going in blind. I agree.
Yeah.
David says Hammer, their Frankenstein series, is the GOAT of all franchise horror. That's wild.
Bobby Boobs. I don't know how much that'll catch, but we'll run with it.
All right. Now the big news. So Best Buy, according to the Digital Bits, is exiting the physical media business for good in 2024. They say from industry sources confirming with multiple sources, Best Buy plans to exit the physical media business for good, possibly as soon as the end of Q1 in 2024. And this includes not just their in-store Blu-ray, DVD, 4K sales, which they have been phasing out at many stores for a long time now, but full online sales as well. That means no more Best Buy exclusive Steelbook titles, no more titles from Best Buy, period, at all. They say the fact that Best Buy is discontinuing physical media sales on the retail location should come as no surprise. But I do understand it shouldn't come as no surprise, but the fact that they would discontinue all online sales does come as somewhat of a surprise, though maybe it shouldn't. They said that they've noted in recent months that Paramount has quietly shifted their Blu-ray and 4K Steelbook exclusive titles that normally would have been released just at Blu-ray to Amazon instead. I don't think that's true. I think they've mostly been doing wide releases from Paramount. And it seems very likely that other studios will follow Paramount's lead in the months ahead. So that's why this is a terrible thing. Competition is always a good thing. If we get down to there's only Amazon releasing physical media, we are all screwed. Because Amazon can charge whatever they want.
You're talking about for the studio releases?
for anything. If they phase out
Well,
where nobody else,
well, you always have the boutique labels at least.
not if you take it for granted and people aren't supporting them directly.
Yeah, so I messaged you and I know we disagreed. So my thoughts on the Best Buy thing, I just hate Best Buy exclusives because they don't treat them well at all.
And so you're happy Amazon's going to get them because Amazon treats them better?
No, their customer service with Best Buy is shit though. Like it's terrible. And I'm sick and tired of having to go to Best Buy to get exclusives. I really don't like Best Buy or Amazon, but it's like when it's an exclusive to Best Buy, you got one option and it's Best Buy. It's just frustrating. Like I had to go, so I returned my Halloween trilogy set that I bought yesterday because it was damaged. Big ass dent, looked like somebody took a knife to it. And then the next one came damaged, and it's just frustrating, you know. And then they put a Scream 3 on the shelf. I was showing my buddy the other day. The thing was like bent in half, dude, and they put it on the shelf. It's like, just don't even sell that. Somebody's gonna grab that. It's not right. Like, why are you?
Of course, it's not right.
Why are you even gonna sell that? It's bent. It's not like it's a spine slash and you didn't notice it or something like that. That shit's bent in half, and you got it on the shelf.
Either way, any store exiting physical media is a bad thing for all of us that are into physical media. Period. Whether this makes Walmart get exclusive steelbooks, Amazon get exclusive steelbooks, it doesn't matter. The biggest thing is that somebody is going to be not selling physical media anymore, and that makes it less competitive, which is bad for everybody that wants to buy stuff. Period. It's not a good thing. And it's not like Amazon is going to have incentive to be better with customer service or pricing or packaging. It's not like Walmart is going to do anything better.
I honestly, I know you're not going to agree with this. I trust Amazon more than I trust Best Buy at this point. Because Best Buy is charging fucking $41.99 for steelbooks now. Disney
Best Buy doesn't set those prices, though. I don't understand why people keep saying Best Buy is charging. They're only charging wholesale prices, or they're charging what they have to just over wholesale prices. Disney is the one that is stepping up the pricing. No matter where you go, it's going to cost more.
But I mean, even I feel like they're just charging. Like
Best Buy is not charging.
But last year, all their steelbook prices never reached over $34.99. Now you're getting upwards of $38.99, $39.99, $41.99.
That's not Best Buy's fault. It is a dollar of that might be Best Buy. I'm not going to say they're not doing anything, but the big thing is that we're supposedly in the middle of this giant inflation, and corporations everywhere are jacking up prices and reporting record profits. You can chalk all that up to corporate greed. It has nothing to with Best Buy just saying suddenly it's $7 more.
Sibby's got my back in the chat. He said they can discount them. Though.
I mean, yeah, they get permission to sell things for cheaper too. Yeah. The other big thing though is people don't understand that Amazon's sales that are happening, those only happen because they're matching other retailers' sales.
I know that. Like a lot of the Scream Factory stuff, Arrow Video, Kino Lorber, I buy directly from the label themselves during the sales. I know Amazon basically price matches Criterion sale. I go to Barnes and Noble anytime a label runs a sale and Amazon's matching it, and people are like, just go through Amazon. Blah, blah. I always support the label directly.
Too many people are buying this stuff at freaking Amazon. That's for sure.
I only buy from Amazon if it's a studio release that isn't like a Best Buy exclusive. If it's a boutique label, more than likely I'm not going through Amazon. I will order from Diabolic or Orbit. I've been ordering a lot from Orbit now. They've kind of become my go-to. I've tried Diabolic. I had good luck with them for one time. I haven't ordered from Grindhouse in a while, but Orbit's become like my go-to as far as ordering stuff goes.
That's a good place. DL wants to point out, hey Bob, why is Lionsgate stuff $21.99? It's not Best Buy doing you a favor. They are charging less than Disney are for their steelbooks. That proves it right there.
Yeah, I love Lionsgate for that.
The other big thing that people need to realize through all of this is that it doesn't help to have any less retailers doing this, because no matter what, it makes the accessibility for the general public shrink. And there's a lot of people that are saying, good, Best Buy is going to go out of business. I got news for you. Best Buy has actually been increasing sales over the last 2 years overall. They're
On
not going out of business.
Oh, okay. But they genuinely, I was having this conversation with a buddy of mine today. Even their exclusives though, they're probably not making a killing on them.
No, they're not. That's why they're getting rid of physical media, because they're not
Yeah,
making money on them.
that's what
What they're making money on is big appliances.
that's
And
how I was
that's why,
telling them, in phones and everything like that. Because I
yeah,
talked to somebody, they're like, phones are where they probably make some of their most money. I was like, yeah, and I was telling him today, I said, look, the movies, that's why they got rid of so many of them. That's why Target doesn't hold them, because movies just don't net a huge profit. Even their exclusives, I can't imagine that they're making a ton of money on. And they're not selling billions of copies of them. They put 4, sometimes 3 on the shelf, and that's it.
yeah. And that's, I mean, it's because of the way that people are treating physical media, first of all, but also people are just not able to sustain if they're not making any money. So I get Best Buy getting out of it, but the people that are celebrating, that is a slap in the face to the physical media industry as a whole. You got to realize this is not a good thing, no matter how you look at it. It is a bad thing through and through. It's going to hurt competition. It will hurt accessibility for general public, and it's going to get worse.
Yeah, I mean, I saw this comment right here. Johnny, yeah. I never really thought of necessarily the whole competitive pricing, and yeah, once again, if I get it, that's part of why Best Buy can necessarily, these companies, when you're an exclusive retailer, charge what you want, because you're the only one that they could get it through.
Yep.
That's why I'm not a big fan of exclusives in general, unless it's like a boutique label. That's a different story. But I don't really love exclusives. I don't like having to be limited to only getting it to one place.
I agree as well. I've got nothing about that makes me happy. Sure.
Yeah, even like exclusive slips from Screen Factory and stuff like that. I get it. That's or exclusive stuff from Arrow Video, for example. Because I can't
So
get the Warriors, the other limited edition, or the Tremors one that I want through Orbit. I got to go through Arrow Video.
the last thing I want to say here is David Holland saying, yeah, but they still need to price things to sell. Anyone can charge $50 for a Blu-ray, but if no one buys it, then it will self-regulate. That's the other bad side to this that I'm trying to say to everybody, is if Amazon jacks up all the prices to $50 and everybody is not selling any physical media, guess what? It goes away. They want physical media to go away. They want to sell you a digital file so that they don't have to use any manpower to send you a disc. They want you to download it and watch it there. They want you to stream it. They want to jack up prices so that you can never afford them.
I
That's the
I
end game
don't
for a lot of these
I
studios.
I don't disagree with that at all. I totally agree. It very well feels like a lot of people, studios at least, want to see, they, I guess, obviously they're putting it out, but they're making money off of it. But it does feel like you get that idea that a lot of studios want it to go everything digital.
It's literally what the end game is for all of this. And that's like when Netflix bought out everything that they did and they started with DVDs by mail, they didn't plan on doing that the whole time. That's why it's called Netflix, because they wanted you to stream from day one.
How do you feel about boutique labels and where those will be, or how do you feel like they care a ton, or obviously it's their company, but
Knowing behind the scenes, there are some that look fantastic and that they are genuinely passionate about it, and there are others that don't care as much.
and do you think a lot of labels will still be around in 4 or 5 3 years from now, 4 years from now?
I think some for sure will be around, and I don't think this will ever go away 100%,
Yeah.
but I don't want it to get so niche that there's only 1,000 people in the world that buy this.
Yeah. Well, a lot of your chat, and I think you just mentioned it too, though, if it does get to a point where it's just too expensive. I mean, you look at the Prey, though, that was $41.99 and it still sold really well, sold out. But I do feel like eventually you will get to a point, and like you said with Amazon, if it gets too expensive, people will just say, I can't do this anymore. Like, I cannot afford that. Like, there's just, yeah, I will get to that point, right? Like, where I just say, I can't do this. I just can't pay $40. I didn't want to do it for the Prey, but I want streaming stuff to get physical releases, and I like steelbooks, but I will also get to that point where I say, look, I got rent, I got bills to pay, car payments. I cannot pay $50 for a standard release of something.
A lot of us are already at that point, and we're not dropping $5.40 on a Kino sale, Bob.
Yeah. We got 40. You know what, though? I got 47 movies out of that. That's a good price for 5.
That's a damn good price. Yeah, I'm not arguing with you. Good job. Oh, so that was Best Buy. I think we got all of it out there. Hopefully Bob understands what I'm getting at now.
No, and I do, and I appreciate that. And I'm, it's one of those things, like, I give my opinion, but I'm willing to listen to people on anything, right? Like, that's one thing I can't stand, is when somebody's they think their opinion is right. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's with movie opinions. That's something that so many people, it really bothers me when people are like, you're like, that movie's great, you're wrong. And it's just like, why am I not entitled to my own opinion?
Yep. Completely agree. All right, just a couple more left.
When do you think it will end? See that Magic Hands in the chat. He's the one who genuinely, like, I told him, I was like, dude, where there's smoke, there's fire. I believe it. I believe what I see. Everyone's talking about. He doesn't think it'll happen, though.
Doesn't think what will happen.
That they'll stop in 2024. I genuinely believe it. So I personally believe it.
I agree. A few more left. December 12th, Kino is releasing Running Scared. This one was announced previously. Now we're getting some details. Nothing brand new on this disc, but this is, again, the same as their 2014 release, and it's getting encoded on a dual-layer BD50 disc, and they added a slipcover. Thankfully, this one already had captions, so no need for a double dip if you've got that old one.
Wait, dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Your chat is really funny, though. Like, you got certain people like Wave. Some people just have really good one-liners. That's not for me. I'm not necessarily the best at that, but I do appreciate one-liners. My dad has good one-liners. It reminds me of Wave and Sibby, but I didn't pick that up from him.
Yeah.
But so this is not the same disc, or it is going to be the same disc?
It's the same transfer and the same features on a bigger disc, so it will not be compressed as much.
Well, I'll buy it for the slip.
And so will Joe Jack. Let's see. Who was it? Johnny says, I love Running Scared, not that piece of shit Paul Walker one. I really loved the Paul Walker Running Scared.
Johnny, how dare you? I will come for you. That Paul Walker one is fucking badass.
Zombies Ate My Arm says the lesser Running Scared.
See, I think most people prefer the Paul Walker one.
Stan wants some kudos for his sense of humor. Deaf Crocodile says, what was I saying there? Deaf Crocodile. Craig says, are all the Kino slips the same art as the inner wrap? Not all of them, but 99.2% of them are, yes.
So was it the Thunderbolt and Lightfoot? Is that what it is?
What about it?
I think it got like 2 different reversible arts.
Oh yeah, so there's like 3 releases in the last.
It doesn't happen often, like you said.
Yeah,
but that was cool that they did 2 different reversible arts. So you get technically 3 different artworks for that.
Yeah, there's a lot of not a lot. There's been like 3 or 4 in the last couple months that the reversible cover is 2 different types of art, and then the slip is a third. So it's pretty awesome. All right. Next up is another Kino title. December 19th, they're releasing Made in Hong Kong. Metrograph is putting this out. This is a Fruit Chan film. And this is going to have an audio commentary by Sean Gilman and Ryan Swen. Interviews with the director, Fruit Chan, producer Doris Yang, and the producer, Daniel Yu. And I've heard that this is great. I'm going to assume, Bob, you have not seen this one either? Maybe someday. And finally, this one looks great. December 12th, Kino is releasing Story Ave or Story Avenue. I'm not sure if it's pronounced as Story Ave. It's a brand new 2023 film with Luis Guzman and Asante Black. This looks really good, actually, and it sounds really great. So this says, South Bronx teen Kadir is a gifted visual artist who loses his way following the death of his younger brother. Overcome with grief and struggling with the pressures of school and family, he escapes into the thrilling yet dangerous world of graffiti gangs, seeking an outlet for the creative force threatening to explode out of him. To prove himself and join his neighborhood's ruling gang, Kadir tries to rob no-nonsense MTA conductor Luis on the Story Ave subway platform. He is caught off guard when Luis agrees to give Kadir the cash if he'll sit down to a meal with him. Following their conversation and the delicate, transformative friendship that grows out of it, Kadir sees for the first time how his artistic talent could lead to a better life. This was winner of the Best Cinematography Prize at South by Southwest. This moving and authentic portrait of the South Bronx announces an exciting new cinematic voice in Aristotle Torres and offers a welcome showcase for beloved character actor Luis Guzman and rising star Black. Yeah, this sounds great.
I like Luis Guzman.
Yeah, he's usually pretty good.
Pretty funny.
Usually pretty good. Magic Hand says, let's not forget Amazon is buying out studios and still putting that out on physical for now until they don't have to. Sure. Craig wants to know, reversible wrap art. Our disc has art on both sides, but the reverse is meant to simply be seen through the clear case. What are you laughing at?
Sibner.
Bob, don't worry. I checked the rating for you. Made in Hong Kong. No boobs. It's a skip. That makes sense.
Oh my gosh. The thing is, it's funny because I don't actually care about nudity in movies as much as I make it sound like. It doesn't, like, that's not why I watch movies.
Yeah. Reggie is saying, did I mention Nowhere or was that last week? Which Nowhere? Let me check which one we're talking about.
I just saw you post that story, Ev, as well. Like, not long ago at all.
Are we talking about the Gregoraki film? Okay. Yeah, that was announced a few weeks ago at this point, I think. Or maybe if I didn't announce it, because I knew that it was coming, but I'm just waiting for release details to go over it because there's nothing official out yet, technically. But we'll cover that soon. So that is announcements for the week. Let's go over what is coming next week because it's that time of the year where there is a ton of stuff coming out.
We're having a chat, talk about boobs in your
Talking
chat.
about boobs. Thanks.
Quite a bit.
When do you think the next Target sale will be? I don't know that there will be one.
Yeah, you gotta I gotta go to the private chat because I can't read comments about what Sibner says because it's just gonna start cracking up. I'm sorry.
And then he's gonna be bad talking you. So next Tuesday, the biggest one is the Todd Browning Sideshow collection from Criterion with Freaks, the Blob 4K, Barbie 4K, Wicker Man 4K, Desperate Hours from Arrow, The Way We Were 4K.
You like Barbie, right?
Yeah, I thought it was great. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see Barbie.
You should. Psych, the Complete Collection, The Best of Times from Kino, that Robo-Doc is coming out. The Walking Dead Complete Collection, Haunted Mansion from Disney, EO from Janus Films, The Three Musketeers and the Iron Mask coming from Cohen. That's the Douglas Fairbanks double feature. Last Voyage of the Demeter, like we talked about. The Blob 4K Steelbook as a Best Buy exclusive. The Innocent from Janus, No Bears from Janus. And then a couple other smaller ones like The Edge of the World coming.
I'm really looking forward to the Blob 4K Steelbook.
I'm really hoping that transfer looks amazing.
Smokey and the Bandit, I'll grab the Godzilla vs. Kong because they're all steelbooks. And
Passion looks great. I'm interested in that one.
I will grab that Jurassic Park steelbook, and then the following week I'll get the set that comes with all 6. And I already have another set of it, but I gotta have it because it's steelbook.
So, oh, Bob.
Yeah, I'll buy that Inside Man because I like vertical entertainment.
All right, we're learning a lot about Bob.
Yeah,
we got some remastered releases coming here for Animal House, Carlito's Way, Backdraft Casino, Blue Crush, Honey, Those are all coming next week.
I
Shortcomings.
already own Honey, and I have 18 copies of Backdraft, so I'm good on that.
And that's it for next week. Yeah, the Blob is probably the biggest one outside of the Criterion one for me.
I think, the Blob, I got to get it from Scream Factory as well because it came with 2 different artworks or 2 slips. You get an alternate slip with it as well, right?
Right. Yeah. Let's see. Is there something different about the Smoky 4K? I don't think so. Not anything that's a big enough deal for it yet. Let's see. The Walking Dead sounds like a gift for mom for Christmas. Do you even have something to play Blu-rays?
I love that. You make sure you get your mom. Hey, Mika. You make
What's
sure
going on, Mika?
you get your mom The Walking Dead. I am going to email your mom, and I'm going to make sure she got that set in January. And if she didn't get it, I will message you every day on Instagram and ask when you're getting it for her.
She has gotten Walking Dead stuff for Christmas for like 6 years.
She's a big Walking Dead fan, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, she's a big Norman Reedus fan. She's one of those people.
I got a ornament of Glenn after he, spoiler alert.
Nice.
But yeah.
After he spoiler alerted.
Yeah.
Criterion Flash sale. I thought it was going to be this week, so I'm hoping next week.
Oh yeah, because the November sale's coming up.
Criterion from their site, they do their flash sale for 24 hours in October usually. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Passion is Hamaguchi. Yes, I need to buy that one for sure. Let's see. Bob saw Blob and thought it said boob. Probably. Do we know if Best Buy is getting rid of video games too? I don't. But also, the video game companies, they want to only sell you digital as well. So,
yeah, I do like the Walking Dead artwork wave.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
So I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to the TV series, though, I like to purchase them during a buy 2 get 1 free sale from Target.
Same.
You save a lot of money that way.
Yep. When will Indicator have their next sale? This is tough because they were always November, but last year it was in October. Although October is almost halfway over at this point, so maybe in the next couple weeks, but also maybe next month.
I need to get the I missed out on it. That one went so fast. They re-released it from another company.
Who really released what?
It was Irreversible.
Oh yeah.
His Indicator originally put that out a while back, and then
and then a U.S. company released it. One of the Vineyard Syndrome partner labels.
Yeah, I missed out on that one. That went super fast.
Sweeney Todd is confirmed for that Paramount set.
Are you serious? That's the R-rated one that they. Are you serious? That's such a letdown, dude. Oh my god. Sweeney Todd.
I'm much happier about that than the other things I'd been hearing.
What, like The Ring or what?
No, it's obviously not The Ring because that's in the Scream Factory box. But the rumor was Pet Sematary Bloodlines. The new
are you
sequel.
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that was bad, but Sweeney Todd does not do it for me. But I'm up for all the other stuff. I just think it's cool that they're doing a box set.
Wow. We'll be talking about this next week, but Leave It to Beaver just got announced as a complete Blu-ray set. It's coming out as a mod set, which means made on demand, but it'll be pressed for Bob's satisfaction there.
All right, smartass.
I'm not trying to be a smartass, trying to be educational. Interesting. Sweeney Todd. Huh. I'm happy with that.
What did Sibby do to you? You had to deal with his whole conspiracy theory.
He was taking the announcement picture of the box and flipping it over and zooming in and enhancing parts of it and saying, "Doesn't this look like it says this?" And maybe we're getting this title.
The Paramount set.
Yeah, because the reflection, it was different than the actual box, so it made it look like it was reflecting a scene from the film.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're timed.
You like the box sets that Paramount is putting out? Do you like when
box sets? This is the first one.
No, what the big box sets that the studios put out, like when Sony does their classics, they did, and you got the Columbia Classics Volume 1, 2, and 3.
I love the content. I hate the way they're made up, but the Sony ones I don't think are awful. I think that they're usable. I hate long boxes. I'd much rather have something on my shelf.
Do you appreciate, though? Do you think it's one of those things like Paramount, for example? because a lot of the stuff in the box set, the first thing people go to is it's just shit we already have like 6 times over.
Yeah.
Like Crawl just got a 4K announcement they had a zombie release as well and everything. So do you feel like it is just kind of cheap in a way?
The Paramount one, yeah. When it first got announced, I definitely was not super happy with it. And as long as Sweeney Todd gets a single release by itself, I'll be totally fine with them releasing a box for the people that had none of them. But if it's only going to be in that box, I want Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, because a lot of these, I mean, we are constantly seeing re-releases of stuff nowadays. It's a lot of it. And
but
I'm guilty of buying it.
Oh, we heard you, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm far from the only one. A lot of people definitely
have a good night, Ronnie.
Rebuy. Do you think that hurts our chances of getting people like me and others rebuying the same movie over and over because it gets a new steelbook and a new 4K or whatever? Do you think that hurts our chances of getting new shit or not really?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I if you put a new steelbook out, I'm buying it. Sorry, I mean I just enjoy collecting.
I do admit I love the Sony boxes a lot more because most of them have been exclusive titles that have not been on 4K ever.
Are those
before.
the Columbia Classic ones you're talking about? Yeah, and the Columbia Classics Volume 1 was like it's like $800 now or something crazy.
It looks like you can buy secondhand on eBay right now for like $450-ish.
Yeah, the first one volume. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Phillies won.
That's good, I think. Thank you for watching The Disconnected. On the way out, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, that you've liked the video, and that you've copied the link to be able to share with someone else that may appreciate this.